Hi guys, Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today a little bit different from normal. I've got a very old Nissan Qashqai behind me. It's a 57 plate, it's a 1.6, it's a part exchange. It's a bit rough and ready if I'm being honest. Sort of, we're looking cheap and not that cheerful if I'm being honest with this car. But I want to show you around it anyway. We are going to sell it very cheap. We're going to keep the price right down for someone because it's a cheap, reliable little family car. But I just took a load of photos of it and I realised that this car looks absolutely mint in photos, and it's reminded me that that's the problem with a lot of dealer adverts, is that you see cars advertised on Auto Trader, eBay, wherever you look, and they look absolutely immaculate in photos, and when you come and see them you end up disappointed. Well, that's the reason why I do videos of all our cars, because I can show you imperfections on them when we go around, and the Qashqai here has got its fair share of imperfections. So let's take a look at it and see what a few hundred quid's worth of Qashqai looks like. I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago that these were the family car to have. The Qashqai kind of started off the movement with crossovers that has now come to be pretty much the family car sector. So they're the original crossover. You can love them or hate them for that. The Qashqai kind of put death to cars like the Mondeo, really. This is a 1.6 litre petrol model. I think it's the Ascenta model, which is quite basic. It's got air conditioning, which doesn't work, and it's got a reasonably good Bluetooth stereo, which actually does work really well. I've been using this car on my way into work this morning to make phone calls from and stuff. It works really well, actually, because I was quite surprised that my voice was clear enough. People could hear me quite well. I could hear them. Consider it's quite old technology. It did do quite well, and that was quite sort of specky really for a 2007 car. But you know, the Qashqai was a car that really was a massive hit for Nissan and did feature a lot of little things that have come to now be commonplace. Most importantly, this sort of higher up body shell, which has replaced the hatchbacks and the estate cars really of old. As I said, this one's, it's not without its sort of share of imperfections, and we'll go around it together now and show you those. I was quite shocked by my own photos really, because I don't try and hide anything. I don't put filters on or anything, but when I went around this car it did look quite immaculate on the photos. It's far from immaculate. Let's first of all show you, hopefully you can see this. Well, these doors are faded really badly. Can you see the difference in the back wing and the doors? Now I can only assume these doors have had paint at some point, and it hasn't been done to a very good standard, and it's oxidized, because the rest of the car is actually quite shiny and red since I've given it a coat of polish. The doors will not come up for love nor money, and actually, you know, that is really bad. I'm not going to be able to get to anything with them unless I fully respray them, and that means probably fully respraying the whole side of the car, and I'm not going to go into doing that on a 57 plate Qashqai. So essentially the car's going to be sold with slightly odd coloured doors on it. Okay, another thing that's a common thing on Qashqais is this bit of trim goes loose by here, it falls off. This one's been put back on, not 100% as it left the factory, I don't think. It does work all okay. Nice big boot. We've got, well, these don't attach anymore. You see they haven't got the peg. I'm sure we can get pegs put in there for the new owner, so I can improve it. That's easy fix. I'm surprised it's got a parcel shop in it at all at this sort of price mark, to be honest with you. So I was quite impressed just to see a parcel shop in it, but it's not perfect by any means, and it's a little bit grubby in the back there, but I have seen a lot worse on a lot newer car. Coming down this side, a couple of little smudgy fingerprint marks on this door, but they'll come out with a bit of a polish and a bit of TLC. Apart from that, this side is actually not bad, if I'm being honest. It's not bad at all. It's certainly a lot more shiny than the driver's side, and that just goes to tell me that this paint's all original, and as it should be, and it's these two doors that have seen a bit of action at some point in its life. That's a real shame, that is, because around the body the car's not that bad for its age and mileage. Now let's have a look inside it. A bit grubby. It's clearly been the stitching's coming away a little bit there. It's either been restitched or no, it's just the blue stitching coming away slightly on that seat. There's no holes. It's not immaculate, but decent set of car seat covers. It would probably look half tidy actually. It is all intact. Electric windows front and rear on this car, and what you do get on these, plenty of space. Look, loads of room under there for your feet. You're sitting a little bit higher than the front seat passenger, so you get a good view out. And you've got nice big door bins for your bottles and bits and bobs. So it's quite an accommodating car, isn't it? Up front, well, there's a nicely split here straight away, and there, and there. So, you know, it's intact, but only just. It is comfortable though. I've been driving around in it and I've quite enjoyed driving. Same old story with the thread here. Look, the blue thread coming away slightly on the seats. It's not hold, it's just a trim thing, that really, more than anything. But you know, it does. It doesn't look brilliant, does it? Let's just jump in behind the wheel. So that's the stereo system it came with from new. I was shocked that it's actually a Bluetooth system. And I was even more shocked when it actually worked really well. And I used it for my commute home last night. I picked this car up late last night. Couldn't be bothered to come back up the yard because the traffic's just a nightmare around here. So I just took this home with me, parked it on the drive, came back in it this morning. And to be honest here, it drove brilliantly. I really enjoyed driving it. It's, I know it doesn't look, you know, the most impressive of vehicles, but it does still go as good as they can. And just to show you how good it is, I'll start it up now. Now, this will bring it on to the next thing. These tell you when the next service is due. Tells me my oil's good, that's great. What puzzles me is what comes up next. Let's just wait for it. 120,000 miles. Oh, it didn't come up with it then. It was saying it was like 68,000 miles behind on a service. It's obviously been serviced in that time because the oil's good in it. But no one's bothered to reset the service light. I mean, why? Why haven't they done that? So, you know, history's a mystery, basically. No idea what's been going on with it. It has got the biggest glove box, though, in the world. And it's got a full set of manuals in there, but no service book. So, I'm at a bit of a loss to try and tell you too much more about it. Now, the other thing that I noticed straight away is that the airbag light is flashing. So there's an issue somewhere on it. Probably under one of these seats. There's a wire loose. We'll fix it easy enough. We will get that fixed before it goes out, because while I'm happy to sell cars with some cosmetic issues on them, I'm not happy to sell them with airbag lights flashing. So we'll get that done before it goes anywhere. I'm going to give it a quick rev just so you can hear it. Hear that 1.6 litre 4-cylinder petrol in all its glory. The good news is there's no smoke, there's no real sort of hesitation, it just goes. I mean, it's really good to drive. It's actually quite nippy. I did check the logbook before I did this video because I was thinking it was a 2 litre by the way it sort of performed, but no, 1.6. So yeah, fair play. And it's a Nissan engine, that is, so it's probably got a cam chain, not a cam belt, so they're pretty hard wearing. And we have got electric windows. I wonder if they all work. I haven't even checked this myself yet. Ready? Number 1, yes. Number 2, yes. 3, good lord, can we get a full house? 4. So all the electric windows are working perfectly. What isn't working perfectly are the buttons on the steering wheel for some reason. Nothing happens. See? So no idea. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's actually a wire on the steering wheel that's causing the airbag light to come on, and I can just fix it with one sort of fuse or wire, but we'll find out. But let's assume they don't work. This does work, but I can't put the volume up at the minute because I'll get into trouble for the music rights. And the central lock-in, that all works as well. You know, it's not a bad thing, this, in terms of the way it drives, and it stood up to time pretty well. I've seen 120,000 mile Mercedes that are worse than this. But it is cheap and cheerful at best, and you know, with the emphasis more on the cheap than the cheerful. It's going to be a cheap runabout for someone. If you're in the market for something, cheap, but generally regarded as quite a reliable car, give me a call. And the reason I've done this video of this car is purely because I do not want to put this car up for sale and not show people what this paint looks like, because I'm not 100% comfortable with it. But at the same time, I get so many people after us. I mean, in this sort of price range, you know, they have got sort of a grand, 1,500 quid to spend. They need a family car. And I think that within that budget, I'll be able to get this car up to a good standard mechanically with a, I think it's got quite a decent MOT anyway, but let's just check. Yeah, upon checking, the MOT is till October. That's not that long, is it? Just for people who are watching this months in advance, it's currently August. So what I will do is I'll put this through a new MOT. I'll get a new MOT on it, which means I'll get that airbag light sorted as well. Make sure it's all mechanically A1, which I don't think it's going to need a lot to do that, because it does drive really, really well. But I will be selling it with the cosmetic imperfections that you can see on this video. If someone's after a cheap bargain little car, I mean, in this sort of price range, I'd be more worried about the mechanical side of it than I would about the cosmetics. It's not a horrific looking car, it's not ugly, but it's not perfect by any means either. But hey, you know, it's what, 17 years old, 18 years old. My dad's got one of these, similar age as well. It's been absolutely brilliant. And while it's starting to look a bit shabby now, it's as reliable as the hills. He's used it for years. My brother's borrowed it for the last 18 months, 2 years. It's having loads of miles put on it, taking his kids and dogs and all sorts to the beach. It's just been a good car. And I think this will be a good car for someone. It's too good to die, but it's also too cheap for me to go doing full resprays on and reupholstering seats. So take it as it is, guys, and be aware that if you're looking at loads of these online, a lot of people are not going to take the time to show you the imperfections that I do. You know, all the glitters is not gold, and if it looks cheap, then, you know, there's usually a reason for that. So that's all I can say, really. I don't want to particularly slate anyone and the way they do their jobs, but I think a lot of dealers, I look at their adverts, there's lots of very glitzy looking photos under high concentration lights in showrooms and sort of booths, but not much description. You know, if you're buying a car like that, you need to really give it a good check over yourself and make sure. And if you were buying this car like that and it was in the rain, you wouldn't notice those doors, because in the rain it all looks nice and bright and shiny and you wouldn't notice how dull they are. So a word of warning, but also if you're interested in a cheap car, give me a call. My number's 07932 873 646. Currently we have got this Qashqai and a few other similar price cars actually in stock, so we've probably got about 4 or 5 cars now under £2,000, which is unusual. Most dealers won't touch them, so, you know, give us a shout if you're looking for something. And similarly, guys, if you're looking to sell something, we're always in the market to buy stuff. We don't go out of our way to buy cheapy stuff like this, but if you've got something that's pretty clean and got full service history, I'm probably interested in your car, so let us know. My number's 07932 873 646, and thanks for watching our videos. Please remember to hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel, hit the notifications so as you can be kept informed of what we got coming in. And please feel free to comment below your thoughts on these cars. Let us know if you've had a Qashqai, how you found it. Personally, I will always prefer at this sort of age now the petrol versions, because they got that Nissan engine. It's a cam chain and it's a really strong engine, both the 1.6 and the 2 litre. Really, really good engines those were. But yeah, if you've got comments to make on it, please do so. Join the conversation, chat to us, and let us know your thoughts on this car and our videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.